Michael Joseph Jackson was born on August 29, 1958. His birthplace was the city of Gary, Indiana, known for its steel mills and for hardworking families. He was the eighth of 10 children. His parents were Catherine Esther Jackson, Joseph Walter, Joe Jackson. Catherine was a kind, devoutly religious mother. She played the piano. Joe worked in the steel mills. He once dreamed of being a professional boxer. Later he played guitar in a local rhythm and blues band. The family lived in a very small two-bedroom house at 2300 Jackson Street. Life was not always easy, but the house was filled with music and the energy of many children. The family musical group, which initially included the older brothers, soon made room for the younger ones. When Michael was just 5 years old, he officially joined the group alongside his brother Marlon. The group was first called the Jackson Brothers, then became the Jackson 5 with the younger siblings. Michael quickly became the lead singer. His powerful, soulful voice was astonishing for a child so young. He could convey happiness, sadness, longing in his singing. The group performed at local talent shows clubs. Their big break came when they won a major talent competition at the Apollo Theater in Harlem. The victory brought them to the attention of record labels. In 1968, they auditioned for Motown Records, run by Berry Gordy. Gordy was impressed, especially with young Michael. He saw a superstar. The Jackson 5 signed with Motown, and the family moved to California to pursue their career. Under Motown, they released I Want You Back in 1969. The song shot to #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. As the 1970s progressed, Michael began to feel a desire to explore his own musical identity outside of the family group. He wanted more creative control. He wanted to write his own songs and create a sound that was uniquely his. His first few solo albums with Motown were successful, but they were still heavily controlled by the record label. His real artistic breakthrough as a solo artist came in 1979. He collaborated with the legendary producer Quincy Jones, whom he had met while working on the film The Wiz. Together, they set out to create something new and exciting. The result of their collaboration was the album Off the Wall. Released in 1979, this album was a spectacular success and a major turning point in Michael's career. It was a masterful blend of disco, pop, funk, and soul. Off the Wall produced 4 top 10 hits, including the smash single Don't Stop Till You Get Enough, which earned him his first Grammy as a solo artist. Following the incredible success of Off the Wall, the expectations for Michael's next album were incredibly high. He wanted to create something even bigger, something that would break down barriers and appeal to everyone. He once again teamed up with producer Quincy Jones. They spent months in the studio, meticulously crafting each song. Michael was a perfectionist, pushing himself and everyone around him to create the best possible music. His goal was to make an album where every single song could be a hit. In late 1982, the world was introduced to his masterpiece, the album Thriller. Thriller was not just an album, it was a global cultural event. It shattered records and redefined what was possible in the music industry. The album produced an astounding 7 top 10 singles. Billie Jean Beat It, Thriller. Billie Jean was famous for its unforgettable bass line, and the video for Thriller changed everything. A nearly 14-minute cinematic short that transformed music videos into a new art form. After the unprecedented global success of Thriller, Michael Jackson faced the immense challenge of creating a follow-up album. The world waited for 5 years, wondering what he could possibly do next. In 1987, he released the album Bad. To promote it, he embarked on his first ever solo world tour, the Bad World Tour, which became the highest-grossing tour by a solo artist at the time. The Bad album was another massive commercial success. It produced a record-breaking 5 #1 singles on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. I Just Can't Stop Loving You, The Way You Make Me Feel, Man in the Mirror. The music videos for the Bad album were just as cinematic and ambitious as his previous work. The 18-minute short film for Bad, directed by Martin Scorsese, and the Smooth Criminal video introduced new signature moves. The anti-gravity lean, a seemingly impossible forward tilt, left audiences amazed. His next album, Dangerous, released in 1991, continued his reign with hits like Black or White and Remember the Time. His incredible success was recognized with countless awards and honors. He was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame twice and was named the best-selling male pop artist of the millennium. Behind the spectacle of his global fame, Michael Jackson's personal life was complex and often private. He maintained a close, though sometimes complicated, relationship with his family throughout his life. His mother, Catherine, was a constant source of love and support. His relationship with his father, Joe, was more difficult, shaped by strict discipline and immense pressure. Despite these challenges, he collaborated with his brothers on the Victory album and on the Victory Tour in 1984. He was especially close to his sisters, Janet and LaToya Jackson. In 1988, he purchased a large property in California and transformed it into Neverland Ranch, named after the fantasy island in the story of Peter Pan, the boy who never grew up. It had amusement park rides, a private movie theater, and even a small zoo. Michael often opened the ranch to underprivileged and sick children, wanting to give them joy and a carefree childhood. For him, Neverland was a sanctuary, a place to escape the constant public gaze. In the 1990s, Michael's personal life became a subject of intense media attention. In 1994, he married Lisa Marie Presley. The marriage was highly publicized and short-lived. Later that year, he married Debbie Rowe, and together they had 2 children. His first child, Prince, was born in 1997. His daughter Paris was born in 1998. The couple divorced in 1999, with Michael receiving full custody. Being a father was incredibly important to him. In 2002, his third child, Prince Michael II, was born, famously nicknamed Blanket, later Biggie. He adored his children and dedicated much of his later life to raising them. They were his greatest love and cherished legacy. Michael Jackson was not only a gifted artist but also a very smart and successful businessman. From early in his solo career, he understood the importance of owning his own work. A major turning point came in 1985 when he made one of the most brilliant business decisions in music history. He purchased ATV Music Publishing. The company owned publishing rights to a vast catalog, including songs written by the Beatles. He bought the catalog for $47.5 million. Many people, including his friend Paul McCartney, thought it was a risky move. But it turned out to be an incredibly wise investment that generated immense wealth over the years. His income came from record sales, sold-out world tours, and endorsement deals like Pepsi. At that time, his net worth was estimated in the hundreds of millions. He spent millions on Neverland Ranch with its expensive upkeep and staff. He was known for extravagant shopping sprees for antiques and art. He donated hundreds of millions to dozens of charities, especially those benefiting children. High earnings plus high spending left him asset-rich, but with significant debts later in life. Despite challenges, his assets, especially Sony ATV, remained enormous. At his death in 2009, his net worth was estimated around $500 million. The final years of Michael Jackson's life were marked by a desire to step back from the intense public scrutiny he had faced for decades. After being acquitted in 2005, he left Neverland Ranch, lived abroad in Bahrain and in Ireland. He sought privacy for himself and his 3 young children, hoping to give them a more normal upbringing away from the glare of the media. He was always planning his next big project, his next artistic statement. In March 2009, Michael announced his return to the stage in a dramatic press conference in London. He revealed plans for a series of comeback concerts called This Is It. Originally scheduled for 10 shows at London's O2 Arena, the residency was extended to 50 dates and sold out within hours. He began intense rehearsals in Los Angeles with top dancers, musicians, and choreographers to create a spectacular show. Behind the scenes, Michael was under enormous pressure and exhaustion. Tragically, on June 25, 2009, the world was stunned by the news of his death. Michael Jackson passed away at his rented home in Los Angeles at the age of 50. The official cause of death was an overdose of propofol administered by his personal physician. The impact of Michael Jackson's life and work on music and culture is immeasurable and continues to resonate long after his passing. He completely revolutionized the music industry. He broke down racial barriers, becoming the first Black artist to achieve massive crossover success on pop radio and on MTV. His album Thriller changed how music was made, marketed, and experienced. He transformed music videos into a serious art form, creating short films that told stories and captivated audiences. His innovative dance moves, the moonwalk and anti-gravity lean, are now part of modern dance. His influence as a performer is seen in generations of artists like Usher, Justin Timberlake, Beyoncé, and Bruno Mars. Artists study his rehearsal discipline, choreography, and vocal mannerisms to this day. He was a complete artist, songwriting, producing, choreography, and visual presentation, controlling every aspect of his work. Beyond music, his legacy includes immense generosity, co-writing We Are the World, and founding the Heal the World Foundation. Today, Michael Jackson's music continues to be played all over the world. His albums are still selling and new generations discover his work. Young fans learn his moves and find inspiration in his artistry. While his life was complex and at times controversial, his art remains a powerful and unifying force. He was a true original, a creative genius whose imagination knew no bounds. He was the king of pop, hard work, innovation, and an ability to connect with people through the universal language of music. His light may have gone out, but his legacy will shine on forever.